Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I am so this Vlogmas stuff is hard, but I'm just gonna vlog my day, kind of TikTok style. All I did yesterday was go to Whole Foods, did a little grocery shopping because I was gonna make dinner. Here you see me buying some chicken wings and drumsticks that were on sale, as well as some lamb chops and my favorite Nature Valley Crunch bars and my electrolyte water. Also, I got a couple Honey Crisp apples that I like to make with peanut butter and a little bit of the Nature Zone granola. Here is the salad bar that I love to get. It's expensive, but it is good, okay? Salmon, chicken, cucumber, red onion, all of the above. Um, Loaded up the groceries, put them in the back of the truck, headed home. Did not eat the salad on the way like I normally do. I did wait till I got home to enjoy that thing, and it took me all day to eat it. So, here I am shutting my Jeep door, getting in, getting home, and the second part of my Pretty Little Thing order came. I have not unpackaged everything. I hope to do that on live. I ordered so much stuff, and this was before Black Friday, y'all, but I should have waited. Here you see me coaching my Thursday night class on Zoom. We talked about 30 clients in 30 days and how conversation rules the nation. Catch my video that I'm going to post on Tuesday that goes in depth about what we talked about here. If you're still waiting to get in the tax industry, what are you waiting on? Join my team, sis. Let's get to the money, honey. So, after I taught my class, I went to bed for the night and I did not film anything else for the day. I had every intention on finishing decorating my tree and putting out the things I bought the day before at home. But since it's the weekend, I'll more than likely do that in the next vlog. Guys, this vlogging thing is harder than I thought it was going to be. So if I don't do a vlog every day, it'll be every other day. Here's my handsome son walking into his dance last night. And wait a minute, he all of a sudden remembered he forgot his ticket. He had basketball practice. He was already late. And I just told him to go in and talk to the lady and let her know that he bought his ticket. He just left it at home. He was so dapper. I came home, made a margarita, and I started to make dinner with the groceries I bought from Whole Foods. Here I'm crushing my ice because somehow my refrigerator ice crusher is not working. How ghetto. Um, but I used my muddler and crushed my ice. I also used some zigzag margarita mix that I love. I also love their Bloody Mary mix. Deleon, of course, black owned. My boy Diddy, I need to go re-up. But I'm making a Cadillac margarita, which is just a top shelf margarita. This is one of my favorite drinks other than a mimosa. Wait a minute, add a little bit more. Okay. Go ahead, tip the jigger, and then I'm going to add some of my other favorite ingredient, the Grand Marnier, honey. I literally can drink this stuff on the rocks, but I always add it to every margarita and every mimosa that I drink, and it's just an orange liqueur. I forgot to salt my rim, but at this point, I just opened up my bottle of Zigzag and topped it off. And I also drunk a little bit down and added a little bit more because, as you can see, this glass is all liquor. But hey, it's a Friday night, boo. So I topped off my margarita and then I added a lemon wedge with some salt because I forgot to salt my rim. Okay? And this is the only drink I needed for the night, honey. This was my nightcap. So for tonight's dinner, I decided to make lamb chops for myself and chicken tenders for the boys. My son got his braces tightened yesterday and for some reason I was not able to upload that film that I shot on my iPhone. But here I am making the mashed potatoes and the pasta. Due to filming, I don't know what made me add the pasta before the water boiled, but it actually turned out okay. I've never done this before. I usually boil my water first and add the pasta, but because this was a pretty hearty pasta, It held up and it was fine. Here you see me marinating my lamb chops for about 30 minutes before I moved on to the next step. I like to use thyme, rosemary, olive oil, and salt and pepper. Okay? Lamb chops are new to my palate actually. There's a restaurant in Dallas that opened called True Kitchen where I first had my first lamb chop last year. And I have been craving them ever since. I don't eat beef and my family does not eat beef. Very rarely do we eat beef. Um, or red meat in general. But every now and then I crave lamb chops, y'all. Like I gotta have them. But Jamaican jerk is the lamb chops that I had for the very first time. But I've also since then developed my own kind of recipe on how I like to prepare them, which you'll see here. So after I make my marinade, as you can see, the thyme, the rosemary, and I kind of like crumble up the rosemary just to kind of open up the aromatics. I peeled some of the thyme leaves off, as you can see, and then I sprinkled in some salt and pepper. Very simple, very easy into a freezer bag. So don't be intimidated to make lamb. It's super easy. And I got these lamb chops at Whole Foods already separated into chops. Or you can buy them by the rack and separate them yourself. I've done that as well. Here I've added a big glob of garlic. There's my rosemary. And I like to kind of pinch it and kind of, open up the aromatics just a little bit before pulling it off of the stem. So here you see my beautiful lamb chops. So beautiful, okay? I like to set them out on my meat, my red mat for meat, and it's on top of my cutting board because I don't like to put meat on my cutting board. I just kind of covered it with a Ziploc bag or if you have plastic wrap, and I use my muddler to just kind of pound out the meat and make them thin. Because for one, they'll cook faster, and this tenderizes the meat. If anyone knows me, knows I love food. I love to cook, like love it. The pandemic kind of like burnt me out on cooking, but I'm back at it. So as you can see, it's almost half the size. It's like pounded out. And then I set it in the marinade, and I went on to do all 6 lamb chops the exact same way. And guys, it is so like if you've cooked lamb chops before, you probably know, but this is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Even when I had them at True Kitchen, they're kind of pounded out like this, more flat. One of my favorite restaurants in Dallas is Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and they serve them thick. And I don't like them thick like that because I can't get a good cook on them. I don't like them overdone, but I'm not a fan of bleeding red meat. So this is the best way to cook them in my opinion. Here I added a little more Mediterranean sea salt from Costco, and I added a little more pepper, and I believe I added garlic powder, if I'm not mistaken. And the cracked pepper is freshly cracked, so obviously it's a more pungent flavor. I don't like to overdo it on the pepper because it'll overtake the other herbs and spices that I have added. So just a couple tablespoons. I close up my Ziploc bag and kind of massage the meat, make sure the oil and the herbs touch every piece of lamb chop. My son's in there asking me to make him something soft to eat because he got his braces tightened and he can't really eat anything right now. So yeah, I made him a bowl of ravioli. Here is my cheese sauce that I did not record the whole thing, but I did butter with flour, browned it, add a little chicken stock and milk, and then I started to add my cheeses to make that cheese sauce. Velveeta, and I think I had a Mexican blend. That was the only thing left in my refrigerator. And so I went ahead and added some of that and let that melt. And then I just brought everything to a simmer. Added my macaroni noodles. This was like just a small serving with some leftover noodles I had in my cabinet from the last time. But it was just me and my 2 sons, so it was all good. Here you see me putting it in my glass dish that I sprayed with butter spray. Added some cheese on top. And here I filled up my air fryer with my lamb chops. This is my first time air frying lamb chops, and I don't think I'll ever do them any other way. I mean, they came out amazing. As you can see, that mac and cheese is the bomb. That's that wifey mac, okay? That's that mac that's gonna make that wife you. Please, baby, that mac was so damn good. I promise you, it was the bomb. So, ooh, wee, baby, future husband, do you hear me? I can cook. Let's go. I did not get a final picture of my plate, but I did have mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and lamb chops. Until next time, y'all, like, follow, and subscribe. Deuces.